Hello friends, once again it is Andrew Jime. I welcome you to today's lesson. As I promised, we shall be having lessons, online lessons. I found out that it was vital for me to come up with a strategy of helping our people, of helping our children who face problems in these areas: economics, geography, and commerce. So our lessons will always be handling those critical areas in these subjects which look challenges to students, to many people. Actually, these areas, they are very interesting, but most of the learners find them as a problem. You find someone is seeing economics as a challenge, geography as a problem, commerce as a problem. So I'm here to address those challenging issues. The main objective for me having such lessons is to actually make learners learn these subjects, not cramming, not finding them as burdens because it is a subject that was given to you. In your combination, you are supposed to take economics, so you lift something which is heavy. In your economics, it is geography, but you don't find you find it as an obligation, as something which is very hard, yet they are simple. So I'm here to simplify those areas. So we shall always be having lessons on Sunday evening. It will be Sunday evening, and we shall be handling those areas. As I've told you, the objective is to make a learner love this, love geography, love economics, love commerce. In other words, you study them when you are not pushing something which is very hard. It's not a block which is very heavy to lift. Today we are going to start by looking at basically I will start with geography. Geography, we shall look at areas, map work, we shall look at photograph, we shall simplify physical geography, and we shall simplify statistics. Those are the areas I picked out in geography, which somehow look challenging to learners, yet they can be simplified if they get a right person. So I'm here to address some of those issues in geography. So today is our introduction, and we are going to start by looking at reasons as to why students fail geography, especially map work, because in geography I'm going to start with map work. We are going to see why do they fail map work. The first thing is the negative attitude students have over map work is the major problem. In most times, if you hate something, it is very hard to perfect that thing. If you hate a teacher that teaches a particular subject, it is very hard to perfect that. There is a verse in the Bible where Jesus was telling people that they should not collect their treasures on earth. In other words, they should collect their treasures in heaven. Why? For he said that because where your treasures are, so is your heart. If you put your treasures on earth, that means all the time your heart is going to be on those treasures. But if they are on earth where they are moth, where the rusts can come and destroy them, that means your treasures are going to perish. So what he wanted to bring out is where your wealth is, always you think about that, because that is where your money is. So even in geography, if you love the subject, all the time the heart will always be there. Always the heart will always go there. Always the mind will always want to find out more about that subject, want to go into details over that. In other words, you are going to be adventurous over that subject because you love it. That's where your heart is. All your mind is there. So students always have this belief that map work is hard, which actually is a myth. Map work is very easy. Map work is very, in other words, it's enjoyable. So that is one of the reasons as to why they fail it. So because they hate it, they don't even do practice over it. They don't even go an extra mile of learning it better. So that is one reason. Another reason as to why students fail map work is lack of enough practice. You know, map work is a practical concept, something that should be done on a daily basis. You need to practice it. So students, after completing that topic of map work, they stop. So you find that by the time they get a paper, all things are going to be new. But remember, map work, they want you to turn something which is symbolic and then make it speak. It is given in symbols, but they want you to bring out the real picture, as if you make an illustration, you make a photograph of that area which has been in symbols. That is map work. Another thing that makes students fail map work is use of theoretical knowledge in answering questions of map work. They use more of theory. What we study, the concepts we study in geography theory, they bring it so much in. It is not bad to relate, but with the map work, you must be practical. They want you to give what you are seeing on the map. If I give you a map extract, I want you to interpret for me that symbol. Not what you think, but what you see. Because it is map reading and interpretation. Meaning, if I'm answering a question on map reading, I should read it from the photograph. But most students, what they do, supposing I give you a map, and on this map, there is a river. There is a river or a stream. So what this student is going to do, because he knows that where rivers are, there is navigation. So someone is going to say that there is navigation in the area. Yet you may find that the intention of the examiner, he brought a river, which river is innavigable. The river is innavigable, but I want to find out whether you can bring out the innavigability of the river from the map, not using the theoretical knowledge that wherever there is a river, there must be transport or there must be navigation. So students, what they do, they recall theory that functions of a river, importances of a river helps in navigation. But you may find that the river I've brought to you on the map is innavigable. So I wanted to find out whether you can draw a distinction between the river in physical geography, river system, and the river I've brought you on the map. So use of theoretical knowledge in map work is another reason as to why students fail map work. Another reason is changes in the setting of the questions, and sometimes some teachers they don't get updated, so students continue using knowledge which is outdated, yet it is supposed to be edited somehow, somewhere. So you find that they continue doing things which were right and they were applicable during those days, yet you may find that as per the changes or as per now, it may not be applicable. So the use of outdated information in map work can also cause students to fail map work. Another thing that makes students fail map work is poor time management in exams. Students use a lot of time to look out for features. Maybe they have given you a grid reference. They say identify the feature at such and such a point. Then you find that a student is using almost 10 minutes looking for a borehole that is located somewhere. And you may find that the time allocated for a question of map work, in most cases it is 10, 20 minutes. So you find that a student has used over 1 hour looking for, in other words, answering a question of 25 marks, sorry. So, and that one is basically attributed to lack of practice in map work. So, a student gets a map extract, it is his or her second time from class. From the time he studied this, it is the second time to look at map work. So, finding out features, you find that you are not used to tracing them, so you use a lot of time, and in the end you fail the question. But I want to bring map work here to students to look at it as a part which is very enjoyable, a part which is lively, a part which is very practical. Map work is very practical, very practical. And I believe by the time we finish map work, at least those who are following me, they will be now seeing that map work indeed is very easy and it's an enjoyable topic. Map work is, in most areas, especially East Africa, East African countries, you find that their questions, geography, map work is there. Why? Because they want to bring out because map work, it is basically bringing physical features or bringing man-made features and bring them in symbolic form. So they want to find out whether this person who is studying geography, if I change the feature from its real form and I bring it in a symbolic form, this person can still understand that is the area. And the map work is basically location of places, location of features. So they bring it here because they know it is vital in our lives. We need map work, we need to know locations, we need to know areas. That's why we have map work as a topic in these areas, in these countries. There are common mistakes we always do in map work, and these mistakes I want to address them today. Basically, today's lesson, it is introduction. We are looking at map work, but we have started with why students fail map work. We are going to see the common mistakes. They also contribute to why students fail map work. There are very many things students always do or people do, and these things are actually they are not right in map work. One, in most cases, students, when they are answering map work, they don't give evidences. You find, for example, I set a question about I bring a map of an area. Let me assume I bring a map of around Lake Victoria. Then I ask, what are some of the economic activities that are likely to be taking place in the area shown on the map? Then you find a student saying fishing. Fishing, yes, because you can even say, but you know this is Lake Victoria, there must be fishing. But the examiner wants to find out whether you can know that there is fishing here because of this. Why do you say there is fishing? Don't just say that on the map you see that the whole map, the biggest area of the map is covered by Lake Victoria. But we need you to give us that evidence that there is fishing, evidenced by presence of Lake Victoria here. In other words, in map work, the intention of the examiner is to find out whether you have the reading skill, you have the interpretation skill or analysis skill. That you can read a symbol and then put that symbol in real terms. You put that symbol in image. In other words, we bring the symbol and I want you to bring that symbol in reality, to tell me the reality that is in that symbol. So, the mistake we always do in exams, especially map work, is when we are answering map work, we don't give evidences. So evidences are very crucial. Every point, in other words, every point you give in map work, it must be accompanied by an evidence. Why are you telling me that there is transport activity in this area? Because everybody can say, because where we are living, there are roads. And someone can say there is transport, but you may find that in a particular area, there is no transport. So what do you base on to say that there is transport? So you say there is transport activity evidenced by presence of a road, a loose weather surface road or dry surface road. So that mistake is very common, and some people, some teachers, some examiners cross those points because of lack of evidences. Even in myself, if you tell me that there is fishing, you end there. Then I'm going to ask, because I'm marking when you are not there, I'm going to ask what shows. You say, but there are rivers. Yes, you would have told me that you're right there due to the presence of rivers. Then another common mistake we always do, all students do, is when they are answering questions, they are referring to the map extract. As shown, as there is fishing on the map extract. There is, the map extract cannot hold a lake. The map extract is a representation of an area